and happy Halloween, and welcome to a bonus edition of Cracking the Cryptic, where I'm going to be attempting something I've been looking forward to for a few weeks now. It's a special puzzle that's been made to us by those clever folk over at Jane Street, and I know Mark has either been working with them on this or has reviewed this, and it's basically a Halloween themed puzzle hunt, I think, where we've got to solve some riddles here in the candy wrappers, and then do some more stuff down here, and then do some more stuff, and eventually we're going to submit an answer, I hope, and solve the puzzle, which is called Tricky Treating. And do have a go at this. You can have a go at this. There's a link under the video, just like a normal Cracking the Cryptic video, and see if you can do it yourselves. Now you may. I mean, let me just mention a few things about Jane Street, because I think it's tremendously impressive what they've done here. I was trying to think about, can you imagine how many corporate entities could create a puzzle that we'd want to solve on Cracking the Cryptic? It's really not many. It really isn't. Yeah. So thanks to them for creating this. They are a quantitative trading firm, as I'm sure many of you know, with offices in the main financial centres, New York, London, Hong Kong, I want to say Amsterdam and Singapore as well. And they do stuff involving machine learning and programmable hardware and statistics to trade on the markets around the world. And you might be wondering why a place like Jane Street is interested in creating a fun puzzle for us to solve on the channel. Well, the reason is basically because the people who work there are obsessed with complex puzzles in their day-to-day lives, and Mark and I actually visited their London office a while back, and can confirm absolutely that there is a real culture around puzzles at Jane Street, which is, I suppose, the main reason that we're so happy to be associated with them. So if you're looking for a challenge in terms of your day-to-day working lives, you might want to check them out. Well, there's two ways you can do that. The first is you can have a go at some of the puzzles they have on their website. They do a monthly puzzle. I'll put the link under the video as well. Be warned, some of those puzzles are rock hard, and they involve like complicated maths, and even the ones that are right in my bailiwick, so sort of logic puzzles, Japanese pencil puzzle type things, that they can still be head scratchers, but they're doable. Yeah, very much worth checking out. And if you do manage to solve them, you get your name on the website as well. And while you're there, have a look at some of their real jobs, because I think it would be, for a bright mind, a very good place to work. Anyway, with that said and done, let's have a look and see if I can do Tricky Treating. And let's get cracking. I suppose there aren't really any rules. Let's read the preamble. After trick or treating, you discover that some of your neighbours left strange clues on your candy. Every clue has been obfuscated with a different spell, transforming each word of the clue and removing spaces. Right, so that might just be why they're all just strings of gibberish, I think. Reverse engineer these spells and then form some connections to learn how to turn this trick into something sweeter. Note candy wrapper colours are not relevant to the puzzle. So, I think we've just got to read the clues and try and work out what on earth's going on. 5 to 4, whatever that means. 6 to 6. There's arrows going on. So let's read this one. Gallierative. I don't even really know what I'm meant to do here, to be honest. Is this an encryption? That one's got door in it. This one looks to me like it's some sort of anagram of radioactive pill. Maybe. No, it's not. There's radioactive pill has 3 eyes in it. There's only 2 eyes in this. It's pill reversed around... I don't know. Ah, that one. At least I can see some words in this one. That looks like it says, well, it doesn't say it, but it looks like it's trying to say money-related industry. But it very much isn't. In the sense there's no N in money, and there's an extra Y. Money. All right. So this one I can almost understand. Money-related industry. No, I can't. Now I can. Okay, so what this one seems to require you to do is to take the third letter out of the word. So if you take the third letter out of money, you drop an N, that would give you moe. And then I think you add on the last letter again. Moe, third letter would be L of related, that's gone away. Add a D. Industry, third letter is a D, add a Y. So I want this to be economy. Money-related industry, economy. Oh, I see. And then you have to transform it using the spell that's been applied to money-related industry. So we have to take out money-related industry. You take out the third, so you get can I type here? Take out the O, nomi. Economy. Is that what I have to do? That seems odd. Reverse engineer these spells and form some connections. I'm not sure. Okay, well, I mean, I don't really understand what on earth that's doing. Let's try some other ones. S9s. Nines in ancient Rome. See, this one's much... Some of them actually have the letters, or some of them have real words that you can just read. Ancient Rome must be in this one. Nines in ancient... There were 7 hills in ancient Rome. Nines in ancient Rome. There's a lot of S's in this. Right, so 9... Oh, I've got this one. Right, so what this is saying is, ignore the S's. That's not what it's saying, but that's what you do. Ignore the S's. 9 in ancient Rome is IX, which is the Roman numeral for the number 9. But then what it's doing by putting the S's before every word is it's saying once you've thought of the word X, if you like, IX, if you put an S in front of it, you get 6. So that, I think, is 6. If I press... No, I wondered if it would... If I pressed return, whether it would tick it or something, but it didn't. But at least I'm sure that's right. That makes me think this one is not right, because that is a real word. I'm not sure. Economy, money-related industry. Finance would be better, wouldn't it? Finance. Fiancé. There we go. Right. Okay, so finance, we can drop the N, the third letter. Add the last letter again. Fiancé. So we're looking for real words. Right. So let's try this one. Seller. Oh, this could be a homophone. Seller of Srotka. It looks like it's trying to be seller of erotica or something. Oh, no. This is reversed. Actor. Actors for roles. Actors for roles. Oh, no. Okay. I know what this is. Again, my brain lets me down. It is actors for roles if you reverse it from the end. But if you reverse it piece by piece, it's just roles for actors, which must be parts. And then I can see that parts is reversed to strap. So that's going to be strap, I think, not strap. Okay. Contemplative. Unarau. Contemplative. Sorry, I'm not seeing that one. Contemplative. I don't know what that's doing. Sorry, no idea. Erase. Achievement or something. Achievement. Looks like it's trying to have achievement in it. Praise. There's an anagram of praise. Praise for achievement. Praise given for achievement. Praise. I can't quite see how it works. I think it's got extra letters in it again. Praise. You see, given doesn't need an R. Praise did have an R, but it only needs one R. Praise given. And there's an extra I in here as well. Praise. There's two I's. Praise given for achievement hasn't got an O in it, so there's an extra O. So there's an extra R, an extra I, an extra O. Then an anagram of achievement with two C's in it. So there's an extra C. So what have we got extra? We've got R, I, O, C. R-I-O-C. Reoc. IROC. Is IROC a thing? Why do I think I've heard of IROC? Qua. I don't know. I don't know what that's doing. Let's look at this one. Hat handles. Handles. Handles on. Haunted. This is haunted houses at the end. Haunted houses. But there's no H's. The H has all gone to the H has gone to the start. So maybe all of these words begin with H and you put the H at the start. So I don't know. It's infuriating. Hat. Handles. No, that it must be on haunted houses. But why is the H gone to the beginning? Oh dear, I don't know. Let's do this one. Glows in... grows. It grows... Right, I can see what this one's doing. Grows incredibly... Oh, what did that do? It put something up when I pressed it. How do I make that come back? Oh, is it saying search or something? I don't know. So something popped up then. Grows incredibly. There's more letters in this one as well. Grows incredibly. It looks like it's trying to be grows incredibly sleepy, doesn't it? And then the L. Well, yes. So we're swapping rights and lefts. Grows. So R is becoming L. R is becoming L. L is becoming R. Grows incredibly sleepy. And then whatever we get... Oh, no, okay. So what I was going to say is whatever we get, we add S onto the end. But that changes the sense of the first word. It's not grows, it's grow. Grow incredibly sleepy, and then whatever the answer is, you add an S to it. Grow incredibly sleepy. Lull. Flag. Flag isn't bad, is it? Flag. Grow incredibly sleepy. I quite like flag. So that would give flags. For that one. Right, let's try this one. Papiapta. Papiapta. Oh, papiapta pop. Oh, papiapta pop. And then it must be affection at the end. Maybe the P's come out. So what it always seems to be, yes, you have to ignore repeated letters a lot. So Appia. Appia. No. AIA. Term of affection. Yeah, okay, so chop all the P's out, and then you get words with the last letter cut off. So here we've got term, or v, affection. And the last letters, MFN, okay. So it's probably not important what those letters are. But what's the start of it then? A. So that A has to become like an. So it's going to be an, IA. Hang on. There are no Ian. Ian's the only word I can think of that begins IA. An Ian term of affection. You see, this is where I worry. Like if Ian is a famous American football player or something, and Ian always uses the term, I don't even know. Ian, an Ian, an I don't know. An Ian term of affection. What's this one? Mesef. Whirling field. It looks like an anagram of field at the end. Mesef, whirling field. Field. Hurling field. What's the start of that one? I don't know. Nothing is occurring to me there. Wily ad. It's an anagram of dream in the middle of this one, I think. Approved. Golly, these aren't actually that straightforward. I apologise. Those of you who are used to these puzzles may be much better at them than I am. Look, there's loads of these as well. Widely admired. Widely admired. Oh, widely admired and approved. But that's missing out loads of letters. Widely admired and approved. That's missing out D and E from widely. Add I from admired. N from and. So it's missing out the middles of words. Widely admired and approved. So I need to think of a word that means widely admired and approved, and then chop the middle out of it. Right, so the answer is widely admired. Esteemed. No, esteemed is 8. It is 8, isn't it? Yes, esteemed. Widely admired. Popular. Poplar. I would love it if this is related to London tube stations. That would be right up my street. Poplar, I think, is the answer to that. It's also the name of a tree, but I think it's Poplar, I'm sure, is a London tube. It's funny, when you do these videos sometimes, I find this when I do the Times crossword solves, you start to doubt your sanity. What's this one? Cottoned in candle, I can see. Candle. Oh, cotton in wick. Cotton in candle or something. Cotton in dead candle? Cotton. Oh, right. Now this one I can see a bit more quickly. This has ED after everything. So it's actually cotton, ED, in, ED, a, ED, candle, ED. And a cotton in a candle is a wick. And if I add wick to ED, I get wicked, which is a very apposite term for Halloween. Something wicked, this by the pricking of my thumbs, something wicked this way comes, was used in a wonderful Halloween themed listener puzzle by Dimitri. many years ago. This is many years ago, in which you had to shade some cells in the grid, and you shaded a pumpkin. And the big joke was, well, not the big joke, but it was a very amusing and apposite joke, was wicked, of course. Wicked is exactly a good description of a candle. So something wicked this way comes was meant to be read something wicked this way comes, which was the candle inside the pumpkin. Which is a lovely idea, and it's sort of almost redolent of this clue. Right, this looks like yikes. Yikes sometime, nearly. Yikes sometime. Call. It's so embarrassing, so annoying. I can't see how to turn these into words. Yikes. Yikes. Sometime. Call. It looks like it's trying to be call in return or something. I haven't got a clue what that one is. Let's look at this. Single unit of speech. I can see that's just spelt out there. Ah, now that's a very interesting answer. The answer to this one is Wordle, I think, because a single unit of speech, each of those words is followed by an LE. So I think we just think of a word that means single unit of speech, word, and follow it with LE. So that gives Wordle, which is a very nice answer. I was about to say a lot of the answers 6 letters, but I think that's just maybe actually we're meant to look down here already. Sort alphabetically in each category. New York Times. The Wordle is in the New York Times. Names of names of blank. Things with blank. Words that come after blank. Words that come after. How is this tube stations thing? Names of names of stations maybe. I don't think this is going to be a tube station though, because I suspect this is designed to be, accessible throughout the world. And if you have to know London tube stations, that's probably a bit arcane. Words that come after blank. Now, here's another thought. If you look at this grid, well, I can see you've got the numbers 1 to 8. I'm wondering if we have to index into the answers, because it says sort alphabetically in each category. So we're going to get 4 New York Times somethings in here. And then in this one, which will be the last alphabetically, it could well be Wordle, if that is the one associated with the New York Times. Then we get a W for the first letter of Wordle. So W, then where's number 2 here? An early alphabetical answer for words that come after blank. How many have I actually solved here? Hardly any. I've got way less than half. All right, let's go through them again. So gallierative. So there's loads of A's in that. Let's just chop the A's out. Gillrative. I don't know what that is. Gillrative. Don't know. Sorry, I'm not sure. Let's try this one. Oh, I haven't really looked at this one, have I? Looks like it's got Reagan in the middle of it. Outdoor, maybe. Oh, yes. Outdoors is an anagram at the end. Outdoors. Outdoors. Gear. Yeah, look, gear there. So it's something about outdoors gear. Shuts. It's a reversal. It's not really a reversal. Outdoors isn't reversed. Most of outdoors is spelt normally, but gear. Oh, I don't like this. I'm not quite getting that one either. And then we've got the radioactive pill. Vert something. Vertica. Vertical. Backwards. Pill. Oh, no, I was about to say L. The L of vertical's gone to the end, but vertical, that would mean I'd have to have a word P, well, IP, which doesn't feel right. Vertical. Order. Vertical order. Retroactive. I keep saying like words like retroactive, radioactive. Order is reversed in it. Vertical. What's... I don't know. I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry if that is obvious. Vertical order. Pill in vertical order. Or vertical order in pill. I'm not sure if you're allowed charades in this. You know, could this be vertical order in the word pill and then be a sort of crossword clue? Golly, this is not easy. All right, let's try this one again. Contemplative, it looks like. Contemplative. Ah, all right, so this, all right, contemplative has lost its first and last letters. Contemplative, funeral, poet. Contemplative, funeral poet. Stop all the clocks. Auden. Auden is the answer to this. And what do we do with that? We chop off the first and the last letter. You'd. Oh, I don't like that. Sort alphabetically in each category. Do these all have to be words? I think, see, I thought that one was going to be gibberish, and it just wasn't. You'd. How can this not be Auden? Contemplative funeral poet. Funeral blank OE blank poem. Contemplative funeral poem. Oh, that's a terrifying thought. If I have to know the name of a poem and I don't know it. It could be elegy, actually. That has got leg in the middle of it. Elegy. Well, at least that's got a word in it. Could be leg. If that's leg, where would that go in? New York Times has leg in it. Names of body parts. Things with... I don't know. Knees. Things with knees. I don't know. Right, okay, let's try this one. Oh, this was the achievement one. This is gettable, I think. Praise given for achievement. Oh, this was the IROC one, wasn't it? Ah, no. It's simpler, isn't it? What we're doing is putting the second letter. It's always the second letter. Right. So it's praise, second letter R. That goes to the end. So you put the first letter to the end. Golly, this is quite complicated. You put the first letter to the end. Or do you swap the start and the end? Hang on. No. What you do is you swap the start and the end, vroom vroom, and then you put the second letter to the end of that. I'm just going through this, checking this works. So you switch the start and the end, put the second letter to the end. Switch the start and the end, put right. So all I've got to do, in inverted commas all, is to put a, how long I've had, half an hour already, goodness me. All I've got to do is put, I've got to basically think of a word for praise given for an achievement, or for praise given for achievement. I give somebody a clap, I give somebody praise given for achievement. I keep thinking of the word extol, and I don't think that it is not right. It's not the right part of speech, and it's also, it's not a noun, is it? Praise given for achievement. Medal. It's not really right either, is it? Praise. If I give somebody praise, I give them, not sure. Praise given for achievement, don't know, sorry. Oh, this was the haunted houses one. I think I'm close to getting this one. Candles. Candles. Handles or candles, do we think? Candles. Why is there an H at the start? I don't understand. Okay, so, right, the way this must work. Oh, what about if it's this H is a misleading thing? And what we're actually doing is just chopping off the first letter. What candles? Oh, yeah, that's beautiful. That's so evil, though. That is pure and utter evil. Jane Street, whoever set this is evil, because this on is outrageous. Because on, if you cut the first letters off, a word begin, we could make that what candles do in, and applying the transformation to do and in, it would become on, which is very, very harsh. So what candles do in haunted houses? Flicker. Flicker. And then chop off the liquor. 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 Is that right? It's a word, probably. Is it? Is liquor a word? Liquor. I suppose someone who licks. I'm not sure. I'm not convinced that that's the right synonym. I think we're definitely looking for what candles do in haunted houses. They gutter. Gutter is not 7 letters. They, I can't think of it. I can't think of anything better than flicker. Flicker feels very, very right, doesn't it? What was this one? Oh, this was the this was the Ian answer. An Ian term of affection. An Ian term of affection. What am I not seeing there? It's IA blank. I am. And I am. Oh no, could it be the same thing again? No, because this one always puts P in the word breaks, effectively, I think. Ah. No. Well, this is pure evil again. This is pure and utter evil. Okay. What about... I've got this. This one. The second P is not a word break. Because if it's not a word break, then I can have apian, which means of bees. And bees, a bee's term of affection, well, I think it's a pun. I think it's honey, isn't it? You'd say honey. That's a term of affection. And in a sort of cryptic sense, honey, and yes, and honey, if we then apply the transformation, becomes phone. There you go, phone. And the reason it's phone is that we take the word honey, we chop off its end, and we put a P at the beginning, and that gives us a word. So what was the one that I got? Where was the one above it that I got? Oh no, that was the one where I abandoned you'd on the basis that Auden. Yeah, okay, so leg is a much better answer there, although tricky. Phone. Let's actually go back. Let's just have a quick look at the answers that we've got. So we've got 6. 6 strap, fiance leg, liquor, flags, phone, poplar, wicked, or wicked, and wordle. Whoa. Which ones of those could be in the New York Times? See, this might be a problem for me. I don't think I'm going to know. There could be, there could be a column, a famous column in the New York Times called Wicked or something. How many have I got left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've only got 6 left. Wow. Okay. Which one do I fancy looking at again? Let's try. I didn't have a very good look at the red candy. It looks like messy. No, it doesn't. It doesn't look like messy. This EF is horrible. That must be surely. Oh yeah, okay, so I changed vowels. So it's right, okay, so it's mass of whirling fluid. 6 letters, mass of whirling fluid. Vortex, vertex, bingo. Whoa, that is not easy. That is not easy. Now, yeah, I see. Now, and see, I'm so slow because then I'm now seeing that it always is replacing a vowel for an E. I was thinking it was just any vowel for any vowel. So vortex is the answer. Convert, then you have to change the E to vertex. Vertex. Things with corners. Vertex. What words that come after blob? Something vertex. Or was it vortex? Vertex. I don't know. Okay, now how many have I got left now? 1, 2, 3. Oh, still 5. Okay. This one was outdoors, wasn't it? Galliorative. I mean, this one is terrifying. I can't see what that could be doing. This one, I think I almost understand. Pile. Pile vertical. Pile. No, hang on. Pile vertical. Orderly. Pile vertical. Could it be reversal with the last letter chopped off? Pile vertical. Orderly. Sorry, I'm just trying to turn that out. I think there might be a way of either just changing the order or changing the word ending slightly, and it'll make more sense. Pile vertical, orderly. Oh, or no, I'm doing it again. I'm so obsessed with turning the whole thing round that I forget that, because in crossword terms it would be a complete reversal, but here, why don't we just do orderly vertical pile? That makes sense. Orderly vertical pile. Orderly Jenga. Jenga. And then what are we doing? We're reversing it and cutting off the last letter. No, that doesn't work. Orderly vertical pile. Stack. What's that giving? So we've got to cut this. So we cut the K off and turn it around. Cats. That cats feels right, because that is a musical, and Wicked is a musical. Now where are these answers? Names of musicals? How do we... Can I type it in? No. Names of musicals. I really like that. That feels right to me. Cats, Wicked. I don't recognise any of the others, I don't think, though. So what other musicals are there going to be that can fit in to some of these answers that we've got left? We need a four letter, a 6 letter, so 4s and 6s. All I've got to do is think of musical. Hair, Hair, that's a musical. Now that, if that's the answer to that one, or that one, right, this one that might be gettable. Sometime. So that, maybe we had to take a letter backwards in the alphabet. Because if that's meant to be sometime, then the E could become a D. It's gone back one letter. So call. I don't know. I'm so bad at this. Sky. That's a reversal there. Sky sometime. Sometime. Oh, hang on. If I wanted that to say called, then I've taken the last letter and put it first. But then, no, that doesn't work, does it? Oh, it might work. Return, that could be. Got it. I've got it. Right. Key. Sometimes called enter. Enter is the answer. Well, enter. I haven't worked out what I do with that. But let me just think about that, because what I've done there is you take the last letter and put it to the start, and then the penultimate letter, I think, just disappears. Or maybe it's E that disappears. No, because here an R has disappeared. So it's the penultimate letter that disappears. So let's just check that works. So if this was key, we're saying we put the last letter first, that gives Y, K, and we chop off the penultimate letter, which would have been E. So it gives us YK. Sometimes, yeah, that works. This works. So what we've got to do, let's just type it in. We've got to we put the Rent. Rent is a musical. Rent is a musical. I've never seen it, but I know it's a musical. Right, so we're definitely on the right track now. Names of musicals. And we've got Rent, Wicked, and where was the other one? Oh, I can't even see it now. Cats. Cats is probably first alphabetically. And Wicked is probably low. I don't like that. Because if Wicked is there, it doesn't have 7 letters, so I can't index it. Okay. Not sure. So, okay, so now if we haven't got, and I don't think we do have, if we don't have the last musical, there's still another musical to find, and it's either got 6 letters or 4 letters. Evita is backwards here. Evita. But why would that be spelt out in the art? Why would that be in the clue? Evita. Evita. Don't cry for me, Argentina. Oh, I don't know. Okay, how many have I got left now? Is it 4? Is it still... I keep thinking... No, actually, hang on. It might only be 3 now. 1, 2, 3. That means I'm meant to know a lot more about this. New York Times bits. Names of musicals. Things with blob. Things with... I mean, how am I ever going to know that? And words that come after blob. Oh, yeah, okay, so it's a bit like Only Connect, isn't it? Sorry, I'm only just getting that. Okay. It's 4 things divided into 4 groups. Praise given for achievement. And then some... What was this? The second letter or something was... All I've got to do is think of a synonym for praise given for achievement. Praise given for achievement is... No. It is... I mean, this should be right up my street. It's just a crossword clue. Praise given for achievement. I'm doing an alphabet rule. I'm on H. Kudos. Kudos. That's right. Good grief. Right. Look at this. This is absolutely... That's very interesting. That's a very interesting piece of setting, actually, to notice that the word kudos has a lot of letters in common with the word Sudoku, which I think the answer to this is, oh, this is very clever. Right, so what we have to do here, all of the words of praise given for achievement, that the last letter, if you see what I mean, has been, or the first letter has been put to the end. So the first thing we have to do is to take the K out. No, the ends are swapped, aren't they? So the first thing we do is we swap the ends. So we, hang on, sorry, I'm trying to do it, but it won't let me. Kudos, we swap the ends. So the S goes there and the K goes there. And then the second letter we repeat, and we can change kudos into Sudoku, which means we can... Well, what's that? Names of... No, it's names of musicals. I thought maybe it's names of games. Oh, it could be New York Times. Oh, now, I'm not sure. That is interesting, actually. The New York Times does have a lot of... It has Sudoku every day. It has Wordle every day. It also has... I play this thing there now, which I think is a beta game, which is like an Only Connect wall thing. I can't remember what it's called. But it has that. I'm not sure there isn't a game called Vertex on the New York Times, you know. That's it. That is interesting. 6. Could that be a game? I don't know. I've only got 2 left now. What? I mean, how am I ever going to solve this? I mean, even if you knew all of them. Words that come after. Poplar. I mean, poplar can't be a New York Times thing. Names of... It's not a musical. I'm sure it's not. Things with something. It's going to be something like things with bark. Or things with... poplar. Okay, I don't know. Let's try and get these last 2. This is the outdoors one, isn't it? How am I meant to read this? Sorry, and I know I've stopped talking. It's because I just don't know quite how to think about this. I mean, there's lots of S's, so maybe the S's are... Maybe the S's come out. So maybe it's not outdoors, it's outdoor. Outdoor. S comes out. So S is like a space, effectively. So I bet you the answer to this bit of it begins with S. That doesn't really help us because we don't know what the first bit is. The bit that we have to transform. Outdoor. So I need a word probably that ends HT. Sorry, this is very... I mean, it's sort of, again, it feels like that other one. It's like what or that. I don't know. I'm going to have a look at this one again. Larative. You see, that's one that's a terrifying thought. If there's like a homophone one where you have to read it out, and only by reading it will you understand it. Galerative. Double A, double L. Evita going backwards. Actually, I haven't looked at this backwards properly. No, it's not very nice after Evita. Let's try backwards in this one. No, don't like the look of that. It's really hard. I'm intrigued to know whether you guys watching this just zip through these. I sort of feel they should be right up my street, but I can't do them at all. Galerative and something like what happens outdoors, or what goes outdoors, or outdoors gear. Oh yeah, and I've got to remember, if it's reversals, I'm not reversing the whole string. So the S is nonsense here, isn't it? Well, not nonsense, but I think the S might be a misnomer. So I've got to cross out all the S's. So I've got that could be the without its last letter. Oh, no, it could be it's the great outdoors. Oh, you idiot. The great outdoors somehow. So I think what's going on is that the first letter is being transposed to the end of a word. Yeah, okay, so what's going on here, this is very complicated again, is firstly you write, once you have a new word, you write an S. You just do that. Then you take the word, you cut the end off it, Then you take the first letter of the word and put it to the end of whatever you've got left. And that, I think, gives the great outdoor. Or does it give... No, maybe it doesn't. Maybe the great outdoor. Does it give the great outdoor or the great outdoors? Oh, I'm not sure. Maybe it's something like that, I think. But I'm worried now that I haven't got... I can't work this out. I'm so stupid. The great... I want this to say it should have an... I don't know. I don't know what's going on with the S of outdoors. I sort of feel like... the clue must be the great outdoors. I know that as an expression, and I can sort of justify it. Maybe S's just get cancelled or something, and the words the and great. Didn't have any S's. But it's something like this, isn't it? You the first letter goes to the end. See, I think there might have to have been an S there, but it's going to be the great outdoors, 6 letters. That's all we've got to do. The great outdoors, 6 letters. So, see again, this might be an American expression. The great outdoors. You know, I'm not sure whether the Wild West or something has a name that I'm not going to know. The Grand Canyon, the great outdoors. And whatever word I come up with, I have to transform it by putting an S at the start, putting its first letter to the end, oh no, no, it's fine, isn't it? Sorry, the outdoor is fine because it is outdoors, but the last letter's been cut off. I forgot that part of it. It's because I'm thoroughly confused. So okay, so it is correct. The great outdoors, and I chop off the last letter. So all I need to do is the great outdoors, 6 letters. Great outdoors, 6 letters. The prairie, the plains. Steppe, S-T-E-P-P-E. Step feels like a word you could adjust. No, it's got an S in it as well. Steps or something. Great outdoors. Nature. Saturn. Oh, goodness me, that is vicious. That is absolutely vicious. Nature, I think, is the answer for great outdoors. If you have nature and you take... So let's just get this right and check. Yeah, you cross off the last letter. You put the first letter at the end and you put an S at the front. Saturn, right. Saturn, that could be a New York Times game. Names of... Saturn is not a musical. Things with blank. Saturn has rings. Do any of the others have rings? A phone. A phone has rings. I quite like fiancé for something. Maybe it's something that has a ring. Yes, Saturn has a ring. Ah, that's brilliant. That is absolutely brilliant. Right. Right. So a fiancé has a ring. A phone has a ring. Saturn has a ring. And I can't see the other one. It has a ring. Poplar. Does a tree have a ring? Not really. A tree has rings inside it. Flags. Okay, but now we almost know all of the thingies, don't we? We've got New York Times puzzles, I think. Wordle, Sudoku. Wordle's probably that one. Okay, and if vertex was one, that would go here, probably. Sudoku probably goes here. Just thinking about the alphabetical arrangement. And then AN other goes there. But I don't know what that one is. Names of musicals. We know a Wicked, Rent, Cats. No, that can't be Evita because it ends up as a 4-letter answer. I can write some of these in. Things with rings. Well, we know that that's Saturn, Fiancé. What was the other one? Phone. Maybe I should start writing these in. Fiancé is the first one, isn't it? Unless Saturn. Sorry, phone. Saturn. I don't know what the other one is. New York Times we think is Wordle. Sudoku, vertex, probably. I'm not sure about that one. Sudoku's probably there. Names of musicals. Cats must be first. That's very likely. Wicked's most certainly, or not certainly, but very likely to be last. And what was the other one? Rent. That's probably there. And then we've got words that come after blob. Now, what have we got left? We've got poplar. Words that come after poplar can't be in that category. Assuming this is just, you know, the normal type of thing for words that come after things. Liquor. City slicker. Leg. Foreleg. Four. Words that come after four. Foreleg. Hind leg. Bootleg. Bootstrap. Ah. Bootlicker. Got it. Right. Boot. Boot. Which is the other one? I think boot's right. Boot. Words that come after boot. So we've got. So poplar is definitely not. Bootlicker. Bootleg. Leg. So leg, liquor, strap. And one other. Boot 6. Boot. Boot something. I've got to somehow arrange these other ones into... This is a problem now. Because I don't know... Okay, so bootleg. So it's going to be leg. Bootstrap. Oh no, liquor. Bootlicker. Bootstrap. Boot something. Okay, I've got to... So poplar is the one that I'm finding very hard to understand. Gallierative. So gallierative, which one do we think that's going to be? I don't think I can possibly have another musical here, can I? Flags for musical. How long have I had? I've had an hour. Goodness me, I'm so sorry. If you zip through this, well done. I mean, I will say, this is brilliant though, because I'm totally absorbed in it. It is absolute, it's fascinating. It's just not easy. Flags. Which one is Flags go? Flags could be a New York Times game. That would go in the right place as well, wouldn't it? In terms of, I would have managed to arrange these in the correct alphabetical order. Names, that we think this is names of musicals, but we don't know what it is. Things with rings, or a ring. There's a very small chance that that's poplar for because a tree has rings. Words that come after boot. Now that one I should be able to get, surely. I must be able to finish one of these categories. I've only got one answer left. Boot. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I know I'm being stupid. I know I am. 6. I've got to put 6 into one of these. Which one is 6? 6 can't be the name of a game, can it? I think I would have heard of it if there was a game called 6. Musical 6. Oh! I think there is a musical called 6, actually. Isn't it about the wives of Henry VIII? I think. That does ring a vague bell. I don't know where that's come from, but I think that might be right. So that would allow me to change these, and at least then I've got a category finished. Okay. So now, if that was poplar, let's guess at that. Oh, that's in the wrong place. If that is right, that's very much in the wrong place. We've got to put poplar there. And this is going to be Saturn. And then I see, this is where I'm going to come unstuck. I need a New York Times game. And whatever this is. Flag. See, Flags I think might be here. It could be a game called Flags. And so all I need now. Okay, so the answer to this is boot and then a 4-letter word. Boot. Oh, no. Boot. Boot. Why can't I get this? It's absolutely appalling. 4-letter word. Boot something. Boot camp. Boot camp. That could be right, couldn't it? That would require this to have the answer of camp. I mean, I've got no idea how that could be right. Boot camp. So if that was, then all of these would be in the wrong order. And what do we have to do? Maybe that's a better thing to focus on. Because I'm not sure I'm ever going to know the answers to these last two. I'm very unsure as well. Poplar could be wrong. So if this is correct, then what we've got to do is what? I've got 8 answers. Oh, maybe I've got to Wordle. Maybe there's a game. Oh no, I wondered about the colours, whether I was going to have to play Wordle. So W. Yeah, okay, that's going to be it. W. E. It's the second letter of leg. Oh, but that might be wrong. Oh, okay. Well, let's keep going though. 3. P. If poplar's right, which it might not be. Web. Oh no, 6 hasn't got 4 letters. How confident? Well, I am actually fairly confident about the green set. This rings a bell. Right, so it's not indexing into letters. Trick. I don't know. It's exactly the same as when I do crosswords. I hate leaving behind something. I feel like I've just not. I'm a completionist, and I sort of feel I don't deserve to do the last bit until I've done this bit. Galerative. Evita. Stop thinking musicals. This is not the musicals one. This is not the musicals one. It feels like there's too many A's. There's 4 A's. So maybe we've got to knock A's out. Maybe. Which A's though? I don't know. Knock that A out. Gorilla. Gorilla relative. Oh, if that's right, that is absolutely. Gorilla relative could be chimp. That's it. That's it. Gorilla relative. I mean, I'm sorry that's taken me ages, but that is hard in my opinion. What you have to do is you have to take A out. Well, no, you have to take the second 2 letters out of a word. So like gorilla, you take the O and the R out, you replace them with A, and then you get this, gala. You do the same for the word relative. Gorilla relative is chimp. And then you apply the thing to that. So you take the second 2 letters out and you replace them with A. And if you do that, you get camp, and camp is boot camp. And that, therefore, goes words that come after this. Oh, so that does change this. Let's go. Camp, leg, liquor, strap. So flags goes in here. And what do we do now? So now, I don't know, am I any further forward? I've got to. One is Wordle, or it's W-A. Maybe just take, no, I was suddenly thinking maybe just take the first letters of these ones, rather, but in order, so W-C-P. Last letters, E-P-R. No, X, that's no good. Wordle. Ah. Oh, I know what this is. This is like a word ladder. Oh, Simon. Right. Okay, so what this is saying is there are 8 arrows. There are 8 arrows. What we have to do, and I've just noticed this because I thought about adding LE to trick. So we have to do... this is a brilliant idea. This is a brilliant idea. You've got to add on. You've got to do the transformation in the order that these correspond to. So trick is going to become trickle, which is a word. Now what was... no, okay, so trickle, let's actually put it in here. So we get trickle, and we apply the camp transformation, which was to tackle. You take the second 2 letters out and replace it with A. Third, poplar, we take the middle out. Can we take the middle 2 out? Yes, yeah, that was widely. So you can take the middle two out. Tail, that's another word. 4 was 6. What do we do with 6? Oh, we just added an S on to X. So stale. This is brilliant. This is absolutely brilliant because they are all transforming into words, so you know whether you've got it right or not. So Sudoku was a tricky one. You had to sort of do quite a lot to get Sudoku. You had to swap the start and the end word and add on the second letter. So I hope this is going to work. So I think you have to go E, S, and then, oh, this is not working, is it? And then add on, is that right? No, that's not right. So I've made a mistake, or I've got the ordering wrong, which is very possible. Oh, sorry, I don't know what I've done. So where were we? We were stale and it was all working, and then I tried to apply the Sudoku transformation. But that's very unlikely to be wrong. Well, it's very unlikely to be wrong. Because for this to not be there, it has to be here. And that means we need a game beginning with a very late letter of the alphabet. What was the clue for that one? Flags. Grows incredibly sleepy. Feels like ages ago that I looked at this. Grows incredibly sleepy. Oh no, it was grow incredibly sleepy. And I said that was flag. And then we add an S on to the end. So if I need grow incredibly sleepy to not begin with an early letter of the alphabet, tire? Tire? Oh, that could be right. Ah, you know what I haven't done here with flags? Ah, I never transformed it. I thought of flags as the answer, and I added on an S. But the L's and the R's have to change, so this would have been wrong anyway. It should have been frags, which is a popular gaming reference, but probably not relevant to this puzzle. But what I've just noticed is if I go tire and add an S on and change the R to an L, I get tiles. Now that could be a game on the New York Times. Never heard of it. But if it was, I could then change the order of this. Because I could put my Sudoku there, I could put my tiles here, and now I try to apply a different transformation to my stale. So my transformation is, how do we do this? We add an S onto the end. Ooh, and we change any L's to R's and R's to L's. So we add an S onto the end, so we get stairs. So that's all right. That's a word. I think that could be right. Okay, that was, now which transformation? That was the 5th transformation. So 6th is fiancé. Well, how do we get that? I can't even remember now. Oh, we chopped the middle out and we added on the last letter again. Okay, so we chopped the middle out. That's a problem. That's going to take out too much and it's not going to leave a word. Ah, well, that's because we don't chop the middle out, you chop the 3rd letter out. It's brilliant the way this works. And that's going to give me stress, which I actually understand. Good grief. I understand it in many ways at the moment. So stress goes in, and then... Okay, so what was that? That was the 6th transformation. 7th transformation was wicked. Where was that? Oh, this was just adding ED to it, wasn't it? It was something like cotton in a candle. And then I added ED. Stressed. 8. Strap. reversed. Ah, that's right. Desserts. We've got our just desserts. Submit. I did it. That was very, very, very good. And very, very hard. Wow. Wow. Hang on, can I go back? Will it show me? Will it? Oh no, it won't remember. Where's it gone? Back to puzzle. That's what I should have clicked. So that is a very, very clever thing. I don't... Well, if I'd allowed myself to use the internet, I think I could have got the list of games for the New York Times quickly, and that would have been useful. And I could have probably... Yeah, I could have got the musical more quickly as well, because I could have just said list of musicals or something, and it would have given me that one more quickly. Now, I'm just wondering, so is this right? Is this games? Games, musicals, rings, boot. I'm just wondering if there's a connection between those. Games, musicals, or it could be a ring. Boot. I don't know, maybe there isn't. Anyway, that was really, really cool, and an example of how brilliant Jane Street's puzzle making capability is. And I would venture to say how advanced it is. That's not that easy, is it? Is it easy? It may work. I mean, I accept there are going to be people out there who whiz through this, who are probably more used to these things than I am. But I didn't find that easy, but I found it really, really cool, and I did enjoy it very much. Let me know in the comments how you got on with it. Happy Halloween to you all, and we'll be back later with another edition of Cracking the Cryptic.